Hi everybody, I am back. I have been gone for the last week. We were on a family vacation at the beach, so that was so amazing. But during that whole week, I was not filming at all, and I was pretty unplugged, so I kind of dipped in and out of social media a little bit, but the majority of the time was just spent with family. We had rented a house literally right on the beach. So it was so amazing. But I have some major catching up to do. So I did bring everything with me. So, I brought my planner, my journal, and all that stuff. But I did not open my Hobonichi one time the whole time we were there. So I need to catch up and just kind of get back in the swing of things. Oh, I did. Okay. So for the month of June, because I don't even think I showed how I set up the month or anything like that. So basically, we had a whole week of a camp here for one of my kids. And then the day that camp ended, we had to pack and get all ready, and then we had the whole beach vacation. And so now today is Monday the 17th, and yeah, I totally need to catch up with everything. So I'm just gonna go to the June header page because I need to cross off. Let me zoom. So when we were at the beach, it was my mom's birthday, so we ended up celebrating that. Basically, the beach was her gift. So I don't think I showed any. I did show that. Okay, so it was June. So I think I talked about before how one kid got like a little bit sick, and then that one was fine, and then the other one got it. So then whatever, June the 1st, I ended up just spending time with that kid. And then I don't know, I just haven't been heavy into planning like ever since June started. So like for these days, like these two, I ended up not writing anything else but these. So I just threw washi tape down just to kind of take up space. And then we had the camp. So we had camp every day. And I don't know, that was really, it was only from 9 to 12, but it just kind of sucked all the energy out of me. So I didn't want to do anything else these days. So most of them are just like this, not much else written down. One of my kids had recital photos that needed to be picked up like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I wrote it down and I ended up forgetting to do it. And then Friday was the day before we left for the beach, and we were going to be gone the whole next week. So I actually almost forgot again. I went right in front of my house and I remembered, and I just drove right past my house and went all the way out of the way to go and pick them up, but I finally did. And then Saturday is when we left, so we had to do the last bit of packing. So I just wrote pack, and our house ended up being prepared and available much earlier than expected. So we left a lot earlier. So then it took a few hours to get there, just to drive there. And so we were there at like 1 or something, and we weren't planning on being there until like 4 or 5. So we had the whole afternoon and evening that we spent at the beach. So I guess, this day was our first official beach day. So because I didn't have anything, to plan, I needed to take up a week's worth of pages. So yesterday, what I ended up doing was watercoloring on all of the pages that we were at the beach. So I don't have much. I just have this Winsor and Newton set. So I used this. I just kind of used the blues and some of the greens. I made it a little, beachy themed, I guess. And then this tin is from Jet Pens. It's just a metal tin. And these are all my designs by Rachel Beth on Etsy. So I just used a whole bunch of these metallics and incorporated these into here. So like this is a blue from here, and I just mixed it with the silver here. And so that's just what I was doing. So I have my first page, which I really enjoy doing this. I can't use watercolors in the journal that I have now. It's a Moleskine, so the paper is just not gonna deal. But I thought this was really fun. So I thought about just leaving the pages like this and just having this be the indicator that I was at the beach. But I think I'm actually gonna come in here and maybe write beach somewhere in the middle of all the colors. So this is like 3 different shimmers from Rachel Beth. And yeah, I really loved doing this. And then this one has some green in it with the gold. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I mean, today is Monday and I haven't even filled out Saturday and Sunday and today. And I've already like done some things today. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is just put beach on all of these pages. I guess I've decided that is what I'm doing. So we were totally right on the beach. I have a photo that I posted on Instagram, and I literally posted it on the 7th day. I don't know, I just really was unplugged and I wasn't active at all. And on the last day, I just snapped a photo of my journal against the beach, and I had literally just walked out of the house. Like I had stepped out of the house, held up my book, and snapped that photo because we were just right there. And I know my sister and her husband, so there were 6 adults and 6 kids, and we were all in the house together. And I know my sister and her husband, they had opened their windows. So this house, I mean, this was like a crazy house. It had floor to ceiling windows, and you could open them, you know, and then there was a screen, which was utterly amazing. So my sister and her husband, they kept their whole like sliding doors and windows open at night. And I mean, once you just open the windows a crack, you could just hear the roar of the waves. So they slept all night with that. And I totally would have, but my husband wasn't having the humidity. But I'll tell you, the weather was so great. Like the temperature was amazing. So the days were like cold, like they were cool enough that you weren't sweltering, like it wasn't uncomfortable where you felt like you either had to be in the water or in the house. You could just sit there, and it was so comfortable. And then, but it wasn't too cold that, you know, you were in, like if you could spend all day in the water and not, you know, get hypothermic. So it was just perfection. So we were taking long golf cart rides. We were taking long walks on the beach and just fully enjoying everything. I like this. It looks like the words are being tossed around in the waves and stuff. I didn't plan on that. That's cool. So one more. Yeah, so it was such a good time, and we ended up going to like Wonderworks and just some other places that were nearby, just for the kids, and we had a really good time. We went to like the boardwalk that was there, and you know, they have rides, and my family, like my husband and my two kids, like every year we get a caricature made wherever we're at, and we had one made and it was the best yet. Let me go get it because it's so cute. So we have these as our family portraits. We never get like professional pictures made. I don't know why. I just never do. But we always get these caricatures made, and so we count these as our family portraits. And I never show pictures of my family. I tend to stay really private, but I don't know. These are like drawings, so I guess I'm okay with that. So that's my husband and me, or me and my husband. And then we have twins. And it's just so funny because they have brand new teeth and they're huge like mine. So yeah, so this is our newest family portrait. And I totally love it. I love it so much. So we had that done. So, you know, we didn't just stay at the beach, and I'm just like, we all really needed that. We really needed to get away. So Saturday is the day that we left, but we had to leave really early. We had to clean up the house. I mean, my parents were gone at 7:30. My sister and her family were gone at 8:30, and then we brought up the rear at 9:30, and we had to kind of close everything out, turn in the keys, and we just did not want to like have our vacation end yet. So there was a zoo on the way home. So we ended up stopping there, and we spent a few hours at the zoo because it had been years since we had been to this particular one. So we stopped by there, and we had a really good time, and it tired us out that we were like ready to go home, because when we left the beach, we were not ready to be done. So I think for this day, I'm just gonna write zoo, which is super boring. And I don't like writing Z's in cursive. I hate it. And it's in my name. Like, I hate signing my name. And when I do my signature, I got in trouble one time because somebody thought I was writing like a Y, you know, because it kind of looks like a Y if you're, you know, whatever. So they're just super annoying. So I think I'm just gonna write it like this. So one of my kids is obsessed with turtles, and the other one is obsessed with penguins. And I love otters. So when we go to the zoo, those are the things that we're trying to track down. And I always have the worst luck. Like, the otters never want to come out when I'm trying to look for them. So we went in, and the first exhibit were the otters, and they were swimming all over the place, and they were so cute, and they were so active. And that ended up being like the theme of the whole visit. Everybody was so active. Everybody was playing. Everybody was like coming up to the windows and like saying hi. And it was just the cutest. So that looks super boring. So we ended up finding the penguins next, and oh my God, that exhibit stunk to high heaven. And I almost had to leave. It was so bad. But there was this huge, like, emperor penguin, I think, and it kept going up to my daughter that like loves them, and it just stayed there because it was just water right in front of the glass, and it was just like bobbing in the water, and it just kept like being right there, and it would follow her. And I was just like, it was the sweetest thing. And then my other kid found like the giant, like, tortoises. I probably should have read up on that. Anyway, the huge guys that are like, you know, 100 years old or something. And that guy was walking around like crazy. I was like, oh my God, that's such a fast turtle. So that kid that I have that loves turtles has a stuffed turtle who is called Zippy. So she was so cute because she was like, oh my God, it's a big Zippy. It's a big Zippy. And it was just really, really sweet that all the animals came out to say hi to us. And it was a great visit, except it was like sweltering hot there. We really missed that sea breeze. It made all of the difference. I hate how I wrote that. It's like how I wrote it in one of my other memory keepers or whatever. So I think I'm gonna do that. I don't have weather stickers for any of these days because I kind of quit keeping track. Yeah, the day we left, and I was just kind of like that, and I didn't open this up while I was at the beach, so that is that. So zoo, and then yesterday was Father's Day, so I'm probably just gonna let her happy Father's Day. We did not do anything. We stayed lazy, and we just stayed at the house to kind of recuperate and unpack and just get back in the swing of things. My husband didn't want to do anything either, so we ended up just like ordering pizza and just being lazy, which is great. So happy Father's Day. I never judge how much room I'm gonna need. I'm always off. So today I'm waiting to get my mail. I did a mail hold while we were away. So the post office just holds all of your mail for the duration of your trip and then either delivers it on the day that you select, or you select to go and pick it up from the post office. So I have this ticket here. Let me see if I can cover it up because I was like, oh no. I totally ended up not, look, I missed this delivery the day before we left, because we left on the 8th and this was on the 7th and I didn't know it, but it's from the Hobonichi store because it's my Hobonichi plain notebooks. So that has literally been sitting there for over a week now. And usually when I get that delivery notice, I have to pick it up the next day. They won't re-deliver it. And then the mail hold started on the 8th. And I was like, oh God, what are they going to do with that? So I don't know if that's still there or what's going on. And I don't know if they're going to deliver that today with all of the held mail. Like, I don't know if they're going to expect me to go back there today. So I don't know. Huge conundrum. And I have a lot of things to pick up. Oh my goodness. Let me write in today. What did I do? Okay, I refilled the prescription. Let me do that. I need to go grocery shopping, but am I really going to do that? I'll write that in later if I do that. So I'm just going to put in here refill prescription. Oh, I hate writing X's. Dang it. See, this is going to look terrible. Oh, I hate that. Whatever. All right, well, I already did that, so all right, and so I'll just fill in the rest today. So is it Monday, right? Yes, so I am all caught up with this stuff. Oh, that's so terrible. Let's put one more sticker down. So I have like leather waiting for me at the post office. So I've got some traveler's notebooks, and the reason this is not in a cover, I'm actually using the Hobonichi cover. So this is what I have. I just have the black cover with the Hide and Seek in the Forest cover on cover. And I'm preparing for One Book July, which, you know, I'll do a separate video for that. I have a cover for One Book July waiting for me there. So and that was delivered like middle of last week. So I've just been like, I gotta get my hands on these things. So I need to actually fill this out because Tuesday we have, it's at 12:30. I didn't even write in all of my appointments. What's wrong with me? So 12:30 we have PTS, and then Thursday we have pool. We have aquatic therapy, pool therapy. That is at 10:30. I think that time is going to change, but we'll see. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to write pool. So my months are very functional. I don't do any decor. It's literally just for me to see the important information, appointment times, and that kind of thing. So month is all caught up. This is all caught up. And let's move my tab to the current day. I actually like how these pages ended up turning out. Really cute. Okay, so we did the zoo, and then this is the current. Oh. Okay, and also because these are the only days that I have watercolor on, I think it's really cool that the pages are wavy. So it just signifies that these are the days that we were at the beach on vacation. I thought that was pretty cute how that ended up. All right, so that is all for today. It's just this one session because I had a lot of catching up to do. So I don't know how many videos I'm going to put up this week because I have so much that I want to film and share. So definitely one on Thursday. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.